I had a really cool music teacher. I had a couple of really cool music teachers. Mr. Cook taught us how to play like the recorder. When we were like, I don't know, 10 years old, but he'd like teach us like how to play the Doors and the Beatles and Bob Marley and shit. So it was like, that was pretty cool.
There were a married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Kelly, and they were both gym teachers, and they rocked and they rolled. They made my middle school so awesome. Mr. and Mrs. Kelly, I'm here for you still. Love y'all.
I don't think they liked me very much, but
they were kind of, it was more like parental. They're like, come on, I know you can do better.
Yeah.
I kind of like you, kid.
I had Mr. Ferros, who was my acting teacher, who was just fantastic.
But I had this one teacher where we had like a study hall class, and it was literally just me and him geeking out over Taylor Hawkins the whole entire class, every day. Yeah, the drummer for Foo Fighters.
I've had a lot of great teachers, and I teach myself. So there was one teacher that I had actually in college, and he kind of set me on my path to kind of influencing the type of teacher that I am, that wears all black and drinks coffee all day.
I think it was 11th grade English teacher, Mrs. Benton. She definitely made a difference in helping me believe in myself as a writer. I would love to see her again someday.
Well, I had a physics teacher who at the beginning of the year was really mean, but then she found out that me and my friend played guitar, so we had a whole part of at the end of the year we were learning about string vibration. So she asked me and my friend to come in and play a song for the class, because science, right? And so we played Empty Apartment by Yellow Card, and she was like, that's a really great song. So she showed up, she's like, can you guys play tomorrow? And we're like, sure, cool. So we showed up, and she showed up with a violin, and she had learned the violin part of the whole song and played with us. And she was like the mean teacher, but then she was super nice after that, and I got an A+.
The only reason I graduated high school is because I played sports, so my hockey coach counted as a teacher for half my school or high school year. So shout out to Mike Thompson.
I had a band teacher called Mr. Nobert. He saw the talent in young Timmy, got me on the drums, and I can still barely play.
It's Michael Wirtz, the music teacher. Yeah. He caught us smoking weed way too many times, and he's made us better people because of it. Yeah.
He showed you where to get the good weed, right? Yeah. Don't be smoking that shit.
I hope he sees this.
Yeah.
Worst teacher of all time. I once saw him choke slam a kid, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to him.
Worst teacher is Miss Callahan. If you're watching this, you were horrible. You were so mean to me. I was in 7th grade, and I was this punk rock kid, and she was a hippie. She was peace, love. And I would wear Slipknot shirts, and she'd be talking to the principal about it, and I'd get pulled aside. So yeah, Miss Callahan, I don't like you.
This teacher named Miss Mosh, and we would actually never do anything in English. She would just put on Shrek all day long. I'm not joking.
My 3rd grade teacher, it's because she wanted to put me on Ritalin, and I never wanted to be on Ritalin.
Wow.
She said to my face that I need to be on Ritalin as a 3rd grader.
So we had a teacher named Mr. Smith, who's also our baseball coach. He was mad because we got beat 22-0 at a seasonal thing. We shouldn't even been playing that team. And the next day he said we're gonna do a get hit by pitch round. So that day we had to stand there in the batting cage while they threw baseballs at us. And he hit me right in the elbow. And then he said, suck it up and start running. And then I quit the team, and here we are.
There was a teacher who in college told me on the 3rd day of class that I should give up in music and never come back.
And yet,
here I am.
Senor Obispo, my 7th grade Spanish teacher, who threw a desk at me, was the worst teacher I've ever had. I could kind of get his frustration, right, because I'm biracial, but I don't speak Spanish. So for him, that was probably frustrating to try and understand. But I was always that kid where it was I would be ready to leave 5 minutes before class was over. So I'd have all my stuff packed up, and he just got over it, right? So the second that bell rang, I stood up, probably a millisecond before, and then a desk just hit the wall right next to me. It was this giant, huge issue. Yeah, I got moved out of his class.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow. He threw a desk at me.